Alright guys, so next step in the maintenance procedure on one of these Turfcos, we're going to replace all of the belts. A lot of you guys, and we covered it during preventative maintenance, know how to replace the drive belt. We're going to do that today as well, but we're also going to replace all the other belts here. There are a total of, including the drive belt, 5 belts that we're going to be replacing today. We're also going to replace this rusty old variator right here with a brand new one. We do replace these every winter for obvious reasons, because you can see this is a 2020 machine, and that variator is pretty shot. The variator is basically, and if you come over here, it just controls your spread pattern. So whether it be narrow or wide, that's what helps to control the spread pattern, hence variator. Alright, so I'm going to use just a pair of hose cutters to just start cutting these belts off. The drive belt does sometimes not like to cooperate, so we might have a little more struggle with that one, but so that right there. And again, we do replace these every winter, so with the exception of the drive belt, you shouldn't have to worry about replacing these too often, the rest of these belts. Obviously that drive belt does see the most stress and tension. Yeah. And the hose cutters are already starting to go dull. Good. And we got this one right here. So we're gonna cut that. Now these are all different size belts as well. I'll go over that when we're putting the new ones back on. If I can get this off. Great. And then this is the tough one. Take out this blade and try to saw it a little bit. Boom. So, here's all of our belts, a couple more here. So that's a year of production, kind of what your belts look like, with probably the exception of the drive belt, which we typically have to replace a few times a year. Alright, so next step, we're going to replace the variator. I can't see anything. So what we do to replace the variator, we take a pair of vice grips. There's a little, I don't know, it's not even a nut down here. It's just something that sticks out right where my finger is. We clamp on to that. So then we take a socket. In this case, it's a 13mm. Socket, and hopefully I'm going the right way, and we just unscrew it. We are going to keep the nut and reuse it with the new variator, but you can see right here, pretty worn out. So that's why we do replace these every year. So go over here with this, garbage, take a brand new one, nice and shiny, down again. And we'll just come right back in here. That there. Screw the nut back on. And then nice and tight. There we go. Easy as that. All right, so let me run over all the belts we have here. So starting from the top, what goes right to your paddle is a 24-inch belt. Then we have running from, you want to come over here, Ian? So this is where your 24-inch belt, it's going to run from here down to the top, or the inside part of the variator right here. Then we're going to run this 27-inch belt from the outside of the variator, and it's going to go to an inside pulley right over. If you can come over in this right here, Ian, right where my finger is. That inside pulley, so there's that big outside round pulley, the small inside pulley is where we're running that first 27-inch belt to. Then we take another 27-inch belt, and it's gonna go into here. It's gonna go from this bigger one to the outside here. We'll take, where's my 26-inch belt goes from the inside pulley right here to the outside pulley right here on your pump. Obviously, to get the two belts that need to go here, in here, we do have to take off this nut right here and loosen this nut right here so we can gain access to this area, because there's no space to throw a belt in there right now. So we'll take our 13mm socket right here, and hopefully this goes smoothly. It doesn't always, because a lot of times these do strip out on the back side over here. But this one seems to be going pretty nicely. If you just do it slowly, with these, patience is kind of key. If you try to go too fast, it'll probably strip them out. Not that I can go too fast anyway, because I don't have a long enough extender on this. And this hose is definitely in the way. So, should be able to screw this off right now. It's gone forever. It actually might be. There it is. Got it. So take that out. Stay nice and organized. Put it all back together so we don't misplace it. And then we'll take, try to loosen this second one right here. And with this one, we don't need to come all the way out with it. We just need to loosen it halfway or so. All right, so Ian, if you can come around this side again, sorry. So you can see now we can squeeze the belts up in here. We have plenty of space to work with to get those belts on. So what I like to do sorry for all the again, is start with this small 24-inch belt. Just wrap that right around that. Perfect. Then we can take one of our 27-inch belts. What we're gonna do is go like this. So it's the inside of the big pulley. Make sure it's actually on correct. And we're just gonna feed it right into the outside of the variator, right there. Next, the easiest way to do this is to do your, actually the only way to really do it, take your 26-inch belt. We're gonna go inside right here to inside, or inside here to outside of the pump. Just like this. If I can figure out where I'm going. Nope, I am not on at all. There it is. And just like that. So you see it's running here, running down here. Perfect. And now we take our last 27-inch belt. We go from inside to big pulley on the outside, just like this. And lastly, we'll take our drive belt. So the drive belt's gonna wrap around this bottom pulley. So you wrap it around this little fan right here. Just like this. Work it in there, maybe not. There it is, just like that. We're gonna go, so the whole thing's gonna go around this. This is your tensioner pulley right here. Just like that. And then, where's that 5/8? Not where I need it to be. So it's obviously pretty tight. What's that? Oh, this isn't it?
Oh yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's too tight. All right, make it my life easier so I don't have to go around it. So this is our weed control valve. Obviously this is kind of in my way right now. I'm gonna get a bucket. Take this off. I turn the valve off. There's still gonna be a little water that's gonna come out. So, I'm not going to be able to do it. I need the socket. You. Yep. Just too tight. There it goes. All right, so socket works better than a ratchet. Obviously it's on there nice and tight, which is what you want. If it's too loose, you're gonna get slippage going up hills, that sort of thing, when you're driving. All right, the last thing we need to do, we have to put this pump back in place. So unfortunately, this part kind of becomes a two-person job, so my cameraman's gonna have to help me. So we're gonna end the video now, but I'm going to explain what we're gonna do. So you can see the whole channel right here. We're gonna put that same screw back in, or same nut and bolt back in right here. And I'm gonna screw it in most of the way, and then right at the end, he's gonna take a pry bar and pry this so that the screw's all the way down here, meaning this is up as high as it can go, which will put a lot of tension on these belts so everything will function as it should. That's it.